It's the first snow of the season. Just got off at East Falls Station waiting for the lift. And we're going to be going to Dalessandro's. Just came to the cheesesteak store, met 3 dudes and some meat. What's up, guys?
Yo, what's going on?
We're waiting for our steaks right now. Mountain of meat. Cash only. Dude, it gets crowded here, doesn't it? We just got our steaks and we're on our way to my friend Bob's place to talk. Woo! We call this the open before the open.
The big reveal.
Oh, baby. So I got a cheesesteak with peppers and onions and provolone.
I go peppers, onions, provolone, obviously.
And I got onions and provolone on mine.
I got the classic whiz-wit.
So you're the whiz.
I am the whiz.
He's the whiz.
Oh,
He's
shit.
the purist.
So what's your name again?
I'm George.
I'm Pete.
I'm Alex.
And who are you guys?
3 minutes of meat.
Sick. So, 3 dudes and some meat. Tell me how you guys started this idea of, like, eating cheesesteaks.
Well,
Like, at every place in Philly. That's what you guys do, right?
yeah.
Where's
Well,
the plan?
we officially like moved into our house in like the Overbrook Winfield area in June. And before that, I'm like to Pete one day. I'm just like, dude, we're gonna have like nothing to do this summer because we're all working these like research jobs, which gives us a ton of free time. Why don't we just like try every cheesesteak place in the city?
Yeah.
Because we'd usually just go on like cheesesteak escapades anyway. So you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like that's kind of how it all started.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then there's just the 3 of us at our house this summer, so like the best way to spend all our money we're saving, right?
I feel that. I tried this thing 2 years ago where I wanted to use it was like Celebrity, Philly Foodie, and like a bunch of other sites, and I wanted to try like 100 of the best restaurants in Philly, and I was working like a really corporate job at the time. I made it to like 60, but it's a great investment to have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a very great investment to have.
No regrets so far, except maybe a 1 pound cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Oh, a 1 pound cheesesteak? What's that about?
Do you want to?
Yeah. So 1 pound cheesesteak is out in like, I want to say kind of like
Kensington.
old Kensington, sort of. And like they literally have 1 pound cheesesteaks, like probably like twice the size of what we're eating right
Yeah.
now, at least.
It's like 16 inches long, maybe.
Yeah. So you know, obviously we were really amped to try a 1 pound cheesesteak, but
For months.
you
hyping this
know,
up.
yeah, it had been really hyped up. You know, people on the internet were all hyping up 1 pound cheesesteak too, saying it was really good. I guess we must have just gone on like an off night or something, because like it was so bad. Like it was terrible. Like
I'm never able to not
It
finish
was the worst
cheesesteak.
cheesesteak we've ever had.
Yeah, it was.
Definitely.
Oh god, it was disgusting.
yeah, no.
That's insane, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'll tell you the biggest cheesesteak I've had in Philly. It's at Pagano's on West Oak Lane. It's off Ogon's. Like, it's in the neighborhood West Oak Lane.
Cool.
Okay.
And it's different than the one in Northeast. Like, there's 3 Paganos.
Yeah, there's
that
that one in
one. Yeah,
Northeast.
there's
There's one in
yeah.
Northeast. There's one in Ogon's off of West Oak Lane near the Shellham Mall. And then there's Pagano's, the fancy restaurant in Center City.
Yeah.
And they have nothing to do with each other, but it's the same spelling. And
Okay.
not 16 inches, but more like about 12, 13 inches sandwich.
Yeah.
And it's like very meaty, but that's fucked up.
Dude.
Yeah.
It was
If
like,
you're a G-rated listener, I'm sorry.
no, it totally is fucked. But like,
No, yeah. I mean, there was just something wrong with the meat there. I don't know what it was.
the
but-
place was cool. They had all like these pictures on the outside of people enjoying their steaks.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure there was like one of Ron Jeremy in the middle of this, which was kind of weird. But,
yeah,
like,
we were like
he's like
pretty
really
sure.
into Kensington steaks, maybe.
Wow.
I know.
Of all people.
Yeah, right.
Is Ron Jeremy even from Philly? I don't think he's from
I don't
Philly.
know.
That's fucking weird.
I saw the picture up there, and I had to point it out because I was pretty sure. It was
Damn it, dude.
Yeah. But Pagano's, the Pagano's we tried in the Northeast, like the Torresdale
Mm-hmm.
area, we didn't even know that existed because we were going to review Joe's.
Mm-hmm.
But they close at like 3 or 4 o'clock. sometimes.
On Monday.
In the day?
Yeah, on
Yeah.
a Monday. It
The
closes at 4
fucking
o'clock.
cheesesteak place?
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
right.
Oh, we were going for dinner, and we drove like 40 minutes out there during
There's
rush
a ton of
hour.
traffic, yeah.
And we were just like, what the fuck, man?
Yo, Joe's, if you're watching this,
It's fucked up.
exactly.
Also, I mean, your original name was pretty fucked up too, so, like, you know.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the Asian. We're not saying it.
No,
It was
we're
the
not.
Asian
We're not.
one, that's right. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Because I was going to bring that up. I was like, yo, don't. Yeah. Long story short, if you're not from Philly or the area, there was a cheesesteak place that was named a very racially offensive term against Asian people, and it wasn't cool.
And it only changed in, like, 2013.
Which is the least cool part of that.
They
Yep.
just woke up. Not on Starbucks or La Colombe, you know? So, this is another question we need to ask.
Sure.
I noticed, and we talked about this earlier, you guys just didn't find out about it. You guys got provolone, I got provolone, but you got wit.
I get the whiz. I'm a firm believer in. I'm once a religion of whiz purism.
Okay, so tell me about this whiz purism.
I just think that the perfect way to eat the cheesesteak. See, here's the thing about provolone is I feel like it's just a steak sandwich with that provolone. Where I think-
Onion.
I think what makes it a cheesesteak is having the whiz. It's the special ingredient that really ties everything together. Plus, it gets oozy, it gets everywhere. I feel like it's the experience.
You know, to be fair, you almost had me convinced. There was, like, a time, this time last year, where he talked about he was going for a run and he was listening to his usual cheesesteak podcast, which I found out was a thing through him.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to not be a whiz guy. And
Really?
he heard someone, like, describe whiz while he was running, and he just, like, ran to our local cheesesteak place,
Okay.
over a pizza, and ordered one instantly.
And that's how you converted. Have you guys always been provolone?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
always.
Big proponents. Because, like, Prov, sometimes they can mess it up,
Mm-hmm.
but when it's good, oh my god, it's fucking mind-blowing.
Yeah, I feel like you're definitely taking a greater risk with Prove than you are with Wiz, but you know, like, when it's good, it's gonna be really
This is
good.
also
You
true.
know?
George and I usually also try to.
Yeah, you actually want to do
Yeah.
that switch real quick? Just to make sure we get the idea.
to get the full experience.
Wow. That just happened, guys. We just did a whole cheesesteak rotation.
We're all very close. Pete? So I give you all?
Wait.
Do you guys do the swap? Whoa!
Oh!
That's a lot of meat. Rotation, that is. Did you guys...
Three very close men.
Is this how you guys, like, review your steaks in general?
Yeah, we kind of just, like, when we're eating it, we think of, like, the roll, like the...
The roll makes everything.
Oh,
Dude,
dude,
we've had
the roll
some
is-
great meat, but terrible
Thanks.
rolls, and it's been just, so unfortunate, you know?
Wait, can I try those peppers?
But
Oh,
dude-
that's a swap.
Yeah.
I don't get cheesesteaks outside of Philly. I mean, I'll do the 5-county area, but, like, if it's in Jersey, it's bullshit. Because, like,
Oh my god.
it's
Right.
the roll that makes everything, you know?
Yeah. See, that's what... We don't go outside the 5 counties, though. I posted on our Philadelphia and Reddit the other week. It was like, what's the best... Because we made this list of, like, 20, 22 places in the summer. Mm-hmm. And, like, we're running out. So I was like, oh, what's your best like, off-the-beaten-path cheesesteak? And someone said Donkeys in Camden. Which, yeah,
I've heard the same
he's...
saying. I've never done anything, but
I'm just like, dude, we didn't even think about Jersey. Like, is that crossing an ethical boundary, you know?
You know,
I think Camden might be close enough.
we're about to
like,
get
no,
political
yeah,
here.
I mean-
But you know what Camden and Wilmington is becoming? They're becoming the Hoboken of Philadelphia.
Oh man.
You think so?
Well,
Yeah,
think
you
about
know-
it, dude. It's across the river.
Yeah.
There are some offices coming up there, just like Hoboken. The rent is cheaper, you know, so...
It's true. That's like, yeah.
But the cheesesteaks aren't better, sorry. They're just not.
I don't know how credible this is, but like, according to like Anthony Bourdain, he says Donkeys is the best cheesesteak in the Philadelphia area.
Really?
Yeah, so that's the only thing.
All
Speaking
right.
of curiosity,
You know, I'll be honest.
yeah,
So, like, as a musician, we're going to transition to music probably. I kind of want to be known as the Anthony Bourdain of punk music. You know? Even though I don't really make punk, but just like indie DIY stuff.
Right.
So, like, if this picks up, I might have to challenge him. Be like, Anthony Bourdain, I'm coming after you, bro.
we're in your corner, man.
Thank you. Thank you. So, 1851 Entertainment. Tell me about it.
So, like,
Well, oh no, yeah, you go ahead.
oh no, it's okay. So, basically, at St. Joe's, that's like our organization that's like through which you do a lot of like music booking, like DIY stuff. and just general like promo for like on campus artists. Like it kind of started as like an on campus thing, but then like George and I kind of like got in charge of it in the last like year and a half or so. And then like once we kind of took over the leadership role, like we really wanted to sort of push it more towards like a DIY direction because we were already like huge fans of the DIY scene. Like as like we had mentioned earlier, like George plays in a band and everything. So
What's
we were
your
like
band?
Parius, we're a technical death metal band. Though
What's that Bandcamp? Plug it, plug it.
Parius Bandcamp.
Link is gonna be at the bottom, son.
yeah, their new EP came out earlier this year. It was really good.
Let There Be Light, and we got something new dropping in the new year. So keep your eyes peeled. It's gonna be
Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah,
Drop it like
right.
it's
blow
hot.
everyone's mind.
Yeah.
Dig it.
Yeah, but yeah, so we had like we went to shows at like Drexel and Temple all the time and everything. We're pretty well acquainted with that whole scene. We're like, why can't we just have that at St. Joe's? Like St. Joe's is like a small school in general, so like it's kind of tough to establish something like that. And it's
We only have
also,
like 5,000 undergraduates.
yeah, and like our scene in general is like really small at St. Joe's too. So like it's kind of like hard to sort of get that established at first,
True.
but like we started throwing shows maybe like last December, I think, was the first time there was like a major show there in like a long ass time, probably.
Well, I would go to a show, like, we're seniors now, so once a year.
My last bite.
Oh, savor it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well,
Cheesesteak blast.
All right.
Yeah.
but when I was a freshman and a sophomore, there was like one show each year. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wow, why don't we do this all the time? And like all the music and like arts and people, or just someone who wanted to like not go to some stupid frat party
True.
would show up. Not that I like frat parties go sometimes. I like to get drunk,
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But like, we want something a little bit more. We want a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And so we didn't technically take over 1851 until this year, but like last year we were really plugging like the DIY scene in St. Joe's real hard. And we're kind of doing a thing now where we get like a show at least once a month, which is almost like better than, what was it? We were talking to someone who's like in the UArts Drexel scene. They're like, oh, I don't know how you survive on that. I got like 4 shows a weekend. But because our community's so small and like our shows are so infrequent, everyone comes out to them.
Yeah,
we
and
always-
sometimes scarcity is the way to go.
Honestly, we know there's going to be a consistent turnout like every time, no matter who's on the bill, because people are still going to come and hang out no matter what, because like it's like not all the time that we're throwing shows.
Very
and
true,
everything,
very
so-
true.
We just threw a show at our house on Saturday, and there was at one point in my tiny basement like 100 people there.
Yeah.
It was
Damn.
it was sweaty, got wild. I have like maybe like a 7.5 foot tall ceiling, and people were still getting crowd surfed and stuff.
Damn.
Yeah.
It was fun, man.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it was a really good time.
Plus, the more we do, like, the bigger the scene seems to get.
Yeah.
I feel like I see new faces in all of them.
True.
Yeah,
And,
that last gig, there was
I could
like-
say like different experience, but like similar concept is I had the same idea with Penn State because in 2011 when I was in school, I had the same exact like revelation. Like, yo, frat houses are cool, cover bands are cool, but what about original music?
Yeah.
We threw a lot of house shows, and like I made a lot of friends that like I'm still friends with. I mean, we're in my friend Bob's house. Bob doesn't want to show his face, but thanks, Bob. And yeah, like it's definitely a good thing you're doing, and like I think it's also important that you guys are doing scarcity and quality over quantity, because like I can definitely say like as much as I love Philly, and I'll never like not like Philly. Sometimes I think for students as well as like just the general public, it could be overwhelming to like have 4 shows every weekend of every month, because then eventually you just be like, yo, I'm tired of hearing snare drums. You know?
Yeah.
So definitely hear that. And also, thanks for reaching out to me earlier this year, even though I broke my foot.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, of course.
You were voted in
So,
to play,
yeah.
so that was
Yeah.
So I'll definitely, hopefully, like reschedule something else.
Yeah.
So our cheesesteaks are done. Bags wrapped. Here, what are your last statements about Dalessandro's?
So, this is what we call the final piece of the Roxborough Trinity.
Okay.
Dalessandro's, Chubby's, and Sonny's.
Berries.
Oh, berries. My apologies.
Berries.
Sorry. It's early for me. Berries. Oh, man. That was really good.
It is really good.
I was
that
just...
was really, really good.
Dude, it gives you the itis. It's great.
It was like... So, we love Dalessandro's. Until we started this course, that was probably our favorite steak in the city. And then it's a controversial statement for some people. We just went to Chubby's, and it was just like a hair better.
So, do you think Chubby's is better than Dalessandro's?
Dude, I don't know. That was a really
I don't know.
good. That was
last
a great,
one was
that was really good.
At least in
This
terms of
steak we just
provolone
had really good.
sandwiches, steaks.
Yeah,
That was
I
definitely-
will say the provolone at Chubby's is incredible, but this steak was really good.
That was
yeah.
Yeah. We should consider
Damn.
each individual component of the cheesesteak.
yeah, like the roll was
Oh,
great.
as you should.
The
Yeah,
sogginess
no.
was perfect. Like it wasn't too like soggy and greasy. It was just like that mighty. You're like, wow, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And then, oh man, the meat was great.
I think
too.
the fact that Dalessandro's puts a lot of meat in their sandwiches too, like they have it like really diced up, but they'll just absolutely.
They call it the
jam-pack
ribeye steak.
Really.
Apparently, they I don't know how true this is, but apparently the way they cut their steaks is a little bit like different than other steak
Yeah.
places.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, the sharp probe is like a nice.
Yeah, sharp probe is good.
When they ordered it, did you know she was like, "We have sharp probe." Yeah, I like that. I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. No, but yeah, we definitely. Oh yeah, definitely give that a pretty good score.
Yeah, like-
all around, everything,
So, like,
everything was great.
I
Honestly.
gave Chubby's a 4.99 because I don't believe in perfection.
On a scale of 0 to 5.
Yeah, scale of 0 to 5.
Sure.
And you know, that might have to be like a 4.98.
So Dalessandro's gets a 4.98.
I don't know. I gotta
Yeah.
think about that a little.
I would definitely say.
It's up in the 4.9 range.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, no,
it's gotta be in the 40.
I gotta say,
range for me, too.
honestly, like every time I have Dalessandro's, it always
It's so
hits the
consistent.
spot. Like,
True.
it's
So
like,
good.
like we have to at least give a shout out to them for consistency. Every
And like,
time.
there's
like,
such sweet people there too. So
Dude, all right, before we get to you guys, because we gotta wrap
no,
it
no,
up.
no, no, totally fine.
I was there earlier this year, and like I used to go to Dalessandro's as a kid. Like my grandparents would take me, like, "Oh, you got an egg? Taking Dalessandro's." There's an old lady there who's like been there almost since the beginning, and she came up to me. She was like, "Brian, how are you doing?" I was like, "You remember me?"
Oh my God.
And she's like, "How's your grandma and grandpa?" I was like, "Holy shit!" So in my heart, Dalessandro's gets an A for
Yeah.
sweetness.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
yeah, what are you giving them out of 5? You know?
For me, okay, so I think Dalessandro's is like my top 3 in the city.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, definitely.
I'm going to give them a 4.7 out of 5.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm saying 4.7 is because sometimes I think like their rolls could be a tad bit greasier, like they're grease to meat.
yeah,
ratio.
yeah,
You know what
okay,
I mean?
okay.
Sometimes I want the roll to be like a little crunchy on the outside, but
Yeah.
have that grease core. you know?
Yeah.
So it's a hard balance to find.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, no, Roxborough's where it's at. in terms
yeah,
of steaks.
totally.
True.
You know, fuck South Philly.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. And you can't even park. You can't
Can't even
park.
park.
Gotta park in
Yeah.
the median if you want
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, yeah, so I think I'm also going to give it a 4.8. Similarly to what you said, Brian, I think this one big weakness is sometimes like the roll can be a little too soggy or like a little too greasy. But like, holy shit, man, you can't deny like how like good like the provolone is spread so consistently
Yeah.
for one thing, and like just like the way we were just saying earlier about how they all like dice their meat up like all nice and evenly and all that. And, you know, oh my god, yeah, no, it's just like everything about it is like really top quality for sure. Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say on it. Honestly, that was just fucking incredible.
Yeah. I'm going with 4.9. See, I don't have as much of a problem with sogginess because the whiz helps get you some of that
Oh, man.
You know what?
Yo, I hope
This guy.
people comment and it's just an all-out battle between Wiz and Cheese. That's great.
I feel like to start altercations. So.
That's funny. Yo,
Alright,
it's
that's fair.
crazy how Instagram brought us together.
It's true.
So believe in the positivity of social media, guys. Positivity of social media.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever had anything like this happen.
Same.
Yeah, no,
Same.
So
great.
cool,
This is
Yeah,
episode
absolutely.
5, so
Wow.
hopefully this like turns around, gets some subs, gets
Yeah.
you guys followers, and
Yeah.
goes from there. Any other last statements?
Follow us at 3menandsomemeat. You know?
Yeah.
For sure.
You know, let us inbox us if you have a favorite cheesesteak place. you
Sure.
want to try
Yeah,
out.
we'll probably go.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure meeting you guys.
Yeah,
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 you
you
too,
For
too.
sure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.